Spend less time in your head. With every star, we are born again. Open your heart. Spend less time in your head.
We made it!
We're here! We're exhausted. This is our new room. The kids are in the living room right now.
Sexy room.
And we finally arrived. We had a really long flight. I think it was like 33 hours, like 40 hours door to door.
Way
with all,
too
like, the
long.
extra stuff. So we are going to tell you about traveling with 4 kids under 6 for 33 hours plus. We left our house on a Tuesday evening. We got 2 cars to come pick us up because we ended up having 11 pieces of luggage, even though we thought we were only going to have like 3. So we had 2 big SUVs. We got to the airport. Check-in was a bit tedious and long because we had so many bags.
The timing of our flights were perfect. We specifically chose night flights.
We elected to have a longer layover because we wanted an evening flight. Originally, the shortest flight could have been 23 hours in total, but it left at like 1:30 in the afternoon. And if you have young kids, in my opinion, you don't leave in the afternoon. You want to leave at night. You want to maximize like sleeping on the plane.
And we would have been in the back of the plane on the short duration flight, which is way no bueno.
Yeah.
You want to be in the front of the cabin for a long flight, especially with kids.
Yeah. So we got to the airport, and I think after check-in, I was like already exhausted and in a bad mood, and I was pretty hangry. And you were like, Marissa, why are you already this tired? And I was like, I don't know. I think all this like anticipation building up to it. So the airport, the lounges were closed. The kids were excited. They ran around. We got on the plane, and I think within like 30 minutes, most of the kids were sleeping. It was a very smooth
flight.
Yeah. They
Very
watched
smooth.
some movies, and they went to sleep. Kids wanted to sit with me, well, the younger ones, so even if there was like an extra row, they wanted to be with me. So we had this layover in Doha, and it was like we had this great idea, or I had the idea that we were going to do a stopover in Doha. We had 10 or 11 hours, and we were going to get out and see the city, and I organized like this whole tour, but that didn't happen. What happened, Adam?
Couldn't get out of the airport.
We didn't have a PCR test. I didn't read the fine print, something I often don't do.
And we went in circles and circles to get out of the airport, and then couldn't get out of the airport.
So
then
we spent
ended up
10 and a half hours in the airport.
Ended up being
Doha.
stuck in the airport.
Yep. There was a lot of shenanigans. Noah, look at me. Okay. So we have a child in here. That's okay. All right. Adam wrote a poem. It's called 10 Things to Do on a 10-Hour Layover in an Airport in Doha. Why don't you go first?
Put each kid in a luggage cart and race them around the airport. Took about 40 minutes.
Go to the lounge, have drinks, food, and watch movies on an iPad. 90 minutes.
Try to take a tour out of the airport by going out of security and through immigration, only to be declined because you do not have a PCR test. 75 minutes.
Go back through security. Twice.
60 minutes. Play Travel Guess Who on the floor of security. 20 minutes.
Buy terrible food in the food court and spend $65 and the kids don't eat it. 30 minutes.
Find a play area. Took about 45 minutes.
But make sure to sanitize the hands really well after.
Trying to get into other lounges that are nicer and being declined.
First class lounge.
Takes a lot of time. You gotta have, like, your self-esteem gets hit a little bit. What kind of place is this? It's Amex Lounge, but they don't take, like, Amex in the US. They only take, like, Asia Amex. Like,
all right,
that's
going to a
bullshit.
Different gate and trying to have quiet time.
Oh, that was really good. After everybody was tired, after all those activities, we went to a completely different gate that was empty.
Kids fighting, 10 hours.
All 10 hours.
Taking photos and videos for YouTube. Just kidding. For the Qatar 22 World Cup. Okay, hold on.
Walking in circles.
What?
About 50 minutes. Here's my advice. If you have this, like, picture-perfect layover and you're going to do XYZ and you have 4 kids and you have it all, like, mapped out, ain't going to work.
Don't map it out.
Don't map it out.
Just prepare for the worst.
Low expectations. Then everything's usually a little better than that. And know that your kids are traveling for like a day and a half or whatever it is, and enjoy their company.
Effie, please.
You're probably not going to get like any messages across to them, so
Watching iPads is okay. Eating candy is okay. Anything goes in an airport. But I have to say, this was one of our like easier travel journeys with our kids.
we did have 10 hours in Doha, but then they were so tired that they slept again on the next flight.
Oh, I have another story. I made a few mistakes. First of all, I perfectly packed a packing cube with everything that we would need on this flight. Put like 2 pairs of pajamas, a change of clothes. It was like perfect. I brought the wrong packing cube, so I had like 8 pairs of pajamas for the kids, but no change of clothes. Second, I had this amazing food bag that we packed. I left it on the first leg of the flight, so there was no snacks.
So the 2 most important things, which theoretically are like kids' change of clothes and kids' food, was out the window,
But it
like
worked
immediately.
out okay, didn't it?
Yeah, like we rolled with it.
Yeah, it was fine.
It wasn't easy.
No. So in summary, just know that your travel days are going to be tough and the few days after will also be tough, but it's part of the journey and it's not about just the destination. So embrace it and try to enjoy it as much as you can, and if it's terrible, just chalk it up and move on.
And if you like what you see, stay tuned because we're going to the Mekong Delta coming up next to explore rural countryside life and show the kids the differences between how they live at home and how some people live in Vietnam.
Okay, and we have to put these kids to bed. Good night.
Good night.